The vision mission of the institute. This is the laboratory, this is the setup, and this is the total lab of electronics and communication. So welcome to the optical fiber communication laboratory. These are the kits which are required for the laboratory. The optical fiber kit, which is a integrated kit having the various blocks inbuilt which we can connect, and for that kit we require the power supply, and this power supply is to be connected having the terminals which is to be connected here along with the proper orientation, because it is having notch and it will not get connected in either way. So this will be connected only in one way. So this is the power supply cord for this power supply block. This is the digital storage oscilloscope which is to be connected the signal with the help of these cords. So let us connect one by one all these. The mains connect cable, and this DC cable is to be connected here. So after connecting this DC cable, make this switch on and switch of the heat also made on, so that this LED glows and this kit gets started. Similarly, we have to make on this CRO connection and turn on the CRO. So CRO will be turned on, CRO ready for the use, and we can connect the cables to the CRO, and for second channel also, so that these cables can be used for the measurements. So if we connect the internal signal here, we will be able to observe the signal. Similarly, for the second cable, if we connect the second cable to the same point, we will be able to observe the second wave. So in this way, we check whether these probes are working okay, and probes are now able to connect the signal. So that is checked. Now let us one by one check about what is the kit in all about. So these are the two supporting boxes which are containing the required components, the optical fiber cables, the fiber cables and other components and connectors, electrical connectors rather. These are the fiber connectors, okay, and these are the electrical connectors, okay, having the conducting part, and these are some of the other equipments. So on this kit, if you observe, there are different sections, okay, and each section is having the connecting provisions. Like this section is a function generator which is having one, and this is for digital transmission, digital signal. This is for 1 kHz square wave, this is for 1 kHz sinusoidal wave, and the gain can be adjusted for this. We can vary the gain, amplitude can be varied. This is 5 volt, this is ground connection available. Similarly, there are other blocks. We can have VCO on this, we can have pulse width modulator on this, we can have audio input circuit for this, where the mic can be connected to the input, and output is the amplified mic output. Here the input can be connected in a signal and pulse width modulated signal can be output. Similarly, the voltage controlled frequency can be obtained here. And these outputs, whatever the VCO output, PWM output, audio output, can be connected to the emitter circuit input. So this is the optical link circuit. So this is the optical link circuit, which is having the emitter and detector. This is the source, this is the detector. So input can be connected here, which is get converted into the optical signal, as we are seeing the output of the emitter LED. And this output signal optical signal can be connected through cable to other side of the channel, that is the photodetector is placed there. Photodetector detects the signal into electrical form. This is amplified and we will get output. So this is the optical channel. Okay. In any experiment, if you require any want to check with the electrical link, there are electromagnetic connection also, wireless transmission, and comparator circuit is there. If you want to connect at the output for the noise removal, then phase lock loop is there for in the VCO circuit experiment. Then there is a AC amplifier circuit, which is amplifying whatever the detector signal is outputted here. If this amplitude you want to increase, we can use this amplifier by connecting the output to this input of the amplifier. We can change the gain also, adjust the gain also. We get here the output of the amplifier, which we can observe on the CRO. Similarly, the output can be connected to the speaker, which is in this speaker. If you want, you can use the low pass filter also. So this is whatever the block we want to use, we can connect it with the help of external cable, which are provided here. Red colored cables are there, which we can use for the connection. So this is all about the connecting the circuit. So let us connect one circuit. So we have connected the input electrical signal 1 kHz square wave to this input of the emitter LED, that is light emitting diode, which emits the light here as we have seen, and this is connected through optical cable, which is having this output in optical form. So this is the optical cable having the output in the optical form, which can be connected to this photodiode. Now the connection is completed. Whatever we are connected, let us revise. We are having the 1 kHz signal square wave, which is electrically connected with the emitter circuit. LED emitter emits the light. This light is taken to the other side from transmitter to the receiver by the optical cable. At receiver there is a detector. Detector will detect into electrical signal, and this electrical signal is then connected to the AC amplifier, which is having this output connected to our digital storage scope on the second channel, whereas input is connected on the digital storage on the first channel. Okay, and you can observe this on the digital storage oscilloscope. If I vary the amplitude, amplitude can be varied. Okay. If I disconnect it, it will get disconnected. So the amplitude can be varied. If you want, you can change the amplitude, and accordingly you can observe on the CR. Gain of the amplifier can be varied for adjusting the output amplitude, whereas the input is having the fixed voltage gain. This gain is for sinusoidal. Let us check the sinusoidal also. whenever it is connected to sinusoidal, it is appearing on the screen, sinusoidal signal, and its gain can be varied. Amplitude, input amplitude can be varied. If you check this, the input amplitude varies accordingly. Square wave is having a fixed amplitude, whereas input can be varied. As the input varies, yellow is the input. As the input varies, output amplitude also varies. Okay. So this shows that the channel is established, and at the same time analog gain can be varied at the output amplifier, which varies the output signal amplitude also. Okay. So gain of the amplifier, output amplifier varies the output signal. So let us have the reading for this. Let us check the voltage variation and accordingly the reading. So here we are able to observe the V peak to peak for channel 1 and V peak to peak for channel 2. So as the voltage varies, there will be variation. V peak to peak 500 millivolt, V peak to peak 1.44 volt because of the amplification, and 600 1.6, and 700 1.8, and say 900 millivolt it is 2.4, and 1.04 is 2.64. So these are the readings we can say. So this is the measurement of the in case of square wave, there is no input voltage variation is there. So whatever the voltage is given to the signal in, the same voltage will go through the source to detector through optical fiber. It is amplified, but the amplifier gain can be varied to get the readings. So like this. So reading we can have 5 volt, we do 5 volt peak to peak is giving 1.2, 5.6 volt normal is 3 volt, and 7 will go 8 volt. So this is the variation. So you can observe this variation. So accordingly the voltage varies, but it is due to the gain. So gain is varied, the voltage will vary, but because this is not because of the input signal is fixed, but the output amplifier gain is varied, so accordingly the voltage varies. So input is 5, but gain is varied. Input is 5, which is fixed, but gain varies, output gain, so amplitude varies. 1.2 volt, 1.28 volt, 4.8 volt, 7.2 volt, 8 or 10 volts, then 12 volts, then 15.20 volts, and so on. So these are the reading. Input is 5 volt only. But this is not the optical fiber related. This is the external amplifier gain, which is we are hearing, because input is constant. The setup is same, that of the analog channel setting. Now we will set the digital channel. So input is given, either you can give this 1 5 volt or ground to the input, but we are giving here the 1 kilohertz square wave, so alternate ones and zeros will be there in the square wave. One amplitude indicates 1 and another amplitude indicates 0. Generally high amplitude indicates 1, low amplitude indicates 0. So 1 kilohertz is given to this input, and this fiber connects it to the detector on a receiver, and the receiver is having amplification, and we will observe here at the output. So input as well as output both are observed here on the CRO. So consider yellow as the input, and yellow is input, and purple is output on these channels. So whenever there is a zero symbol, purple also shows 0. Whenever there is a 1 symbol, purple also shows 1. That means 0 is sent, 0 is received, 1 is sent, 1 is received. And these are the amplitudes for the input as well as output channels. So V peak to peak 5 volt for channel 1, and V peak to peak 5.6 volt again for the output channel. So 5 volt is inputted, peak to peak 5 volt is coming at the output. So amplitudes are same. So whenever there is a on, output is also on. Whenever there is off, output is 0. Whenever there is 1 in the input, 1 in the output, 0 in the input, 0 in the output. So this is the digital signal channel setup of the optical fiber communication. The setup is the same setup as it is the analog signal square wave and sinusoidal wave. We are using square wave is connected electrical signal as input to the source, and fiber is connected, and fiber is connected detector. Detector is the electrical signal, both input and output are observed. And there is intensity modulation, but if you connect the sinusoidal wave instead of square wave, then we will have the variable input will vary the output. So input is varied, output also varies. So 200 millivolt, 400 millivolt input, 400 output, 1 volt, 1.6, 1.6, 1.8, 2.4, 3, 3.2, 4, 4.4, 6, 6.4, 7.8, 8.4, okay, 9.4, 10. So these are the intensity modulations, analog as well as digital. The setup is same, that of the analog channel setting. Now we will set the digital channel. So input is given, either you can give this 1 5 volt or ground to the input, but we are giving here the 1 kilohertz square wave, so alternate ones and zeros will be there in the square wave. One amplitude indicates 1 and another amplitude indicates 0. Generally high amplitude indicates 1, low amplitude indicates 0. So 1 kilohertz is given to this input, and this fiber connects it to the detector on a receiver, and the receiver is having amplification and will observe here at the output. So input as well as output both are observed here on the CRO. So consider yellow as the input, and yellow is input, and purple is output on this channel. So whenever there is a 0 symbol, purple also shows 0. Whenever there is a 1 symbol, purple also shows 1. That means 0 is sent, 0 is received, 1 is sent, 1 is received. And these are the amplitudes for the input as well as output channels. So V peak to peak 5 volt for channel 1, and V peak to peak 5.6 volt again for the output channel. So 5 volt is inputted, peak to peak 5 volt is coming at the output. So amplitudes are same. So whenever there is a on, output is also on. Whenever there is off, output is 0. Whenever there is 1 in the input, 1 in the output, 0 in the input, 0 in the output. So this is the digital signal channel setup of the optical fiber communication. The setup is the same setup as it is the analog signal, square wave and sinusoidal wave. We are using square wave is connected electrical signal as input to the source, and fiber is connected, and fiber is connected detector. Detector is giving electrical signal. Both input and output are observed. And there is intensity modulation. You can observe here. If the input is intensity is changed. So as the square is a constant wave, it won't change the input. So intensity modulation for the digital, the square is connected, 1 is taken as high as a 1, low as the 0, electrical signal connected to source, optical fiber connects transmitter to receiver, electrical is converted, potentiometer converts optical to electrical, which is given to the amplifier. Both the signals are observed on the CRO, and the intensity modulation is 1 is giving 1 and 0 is intensity is modulated at 0. Okay. So doing the same peak to peak voltage. So this is the digital intensity modulation. Now to measure the attenuation, as the fiber length increases, attenuation increases. As we know, there is attenuation per unit length, per kilometer. But we are having the fiber of 1 meter and 1.5 meter approximately. So actually fiber is very low loss medium. So it will not show the difference in the attenuation with so small difference in the length, that is 1 meter and 2 meter. So it can have the difference in the attenuation in 1 kilometer, 10 kilometer. So 1 kilometer fiber offers some attenuation and 10 kilometer some distinction in the difference in the attenuation. But this experiment is, we are connecting a 0.5 meter cable and 1 meter cable, and we are trying to observe the difference in the amplitude of the output. So there will not be any difference in the amplitude of the output. So in case of attenuation, this difference cannot be observed, but this is just to understand the principle of attenuation. If the fiber length is more, attenuation will be introduced. So consider the readings of this fiber, 7 volt and 8 volt. 7 volt input, 8 volt output for the sinusoidal waves. Now we change the fiber from the smaller length fiber to the longer fiber. Two fibers are there, one is shorter and another is longer one. Let us take the longer one for the explain now. So when you connect the longer fiber, that is the 1.5 meter or 2 meter fiber. So this fiber is having the input and output combinations. Nothing is changed, no setting is changed for a gain, etc. 7 volt input is there, 8 volt output is there. So not much difference is observed in this case of fibers. So only the principle is to be studied, that is longer the fiber, more the attenuation. So for that, at least kilometer range fiber is required. So this is the experiment that is having same connections, that is signal input is taken from the function generator, connected to the input of the emitter circuit emits the light, and this fiber end is to be connected here to the photodetector, and detector output is connected to amplifier is taken to on the CRO. So CRO is having both input as well as output. If I connect the fiber, output also will be available. If I disconnect the fiber, output will not be there. If I connect the fiber, output will reappear. Okay. So fiber is taken out just to have the bending on the fiber, to to understand the bending loss. So let us bend the fiber around this plastic cylindrical mass. If we are having the fiber connection directly, we can check the readings. Input is 5 volt, which is a constant yellow, and violet purple is output, that is 11.2 volt for channel 2. Okay, so this input remains fixed, whereas output varies if, or output reduces if we bend the fiber. The bending loss occurs and the output, which is 11.22, will get reduced. So fiber is having the bend with the help of this plastic mass, cylindrical mass, and gain is not varied, gain is kept fixed. So no other setup is changed, only the fiber is bent. And let us check the reading. Now in this case the reading input is same 5 volt, on channel 1 yellow is the input, and the purple or violet is the output on channel 2, and that is 9.6, okay, 9.2 or 9.6 voltage. So this is the reading for bending loss for this fiber, which is a short length fiber. Let us check the same for effect for the longer fiber, which will have more number of turns, that is more bending loss. Two fibers are there, one is shorter and another is longer one. Let us take the longer one for the explain now. So longer cable is, optical cable is connected, all the setup is kept as it is, no change in the input, no change in the gain, all the connections are same, no change in the any setup, setting in the measurement of the DSO. And here we observe again channel 1 we peak to peak 5 volt, which is constant. Channel 2 is 12.8 volt, which is purple, which is the output. And now let us check. So now the fiber is bent around the, turned around the plastic mass. The number of turns are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 turns are there. So whereas previously for short fiber it was only 2 turns. So let us check the loss, bending loss. So again yellow is the input, purple or violet is the output. Input is constant, that is 5 volt. For channel 1 input is connected, and output is 8.4 volt, that is purple color, channel 2. Okay. So previously the output was 9 volt, 9.6 volt, and now it is 8.4 volt because of the more number of turns. So let us have the numerical aperture experiment, in which we are having the optical fiber connected to the source, and this fiber is having some numerical aperture. So this can be measured with this simple technique, as we can adjust this optical fiber out, so light output. The distance between the fiber and this plate can be adjusted to have the optical spot diameter variation. You can observe the optical spot increases. The first circle is occupied, the second circle is completely occupied, the third circle is occupied, the fourth circle is occupied. Okay, so in this way. So in this direction if you move vertically, so this spot can be adjusted for various diameters, and readings are taken with the help of the scale which is provided. You can measure it with in centimeters. This arrangement is like this. We are having the optical fiber cable which is having its output here, and this equipment which is placed like this for its occupancy of first circle or for second circle, for third circle, for fourth circle, and accordingly these readings of distance varies. Okay, so this centimeter the distance from the fiber end and the occupancy of the optical spots of the circle. Okay, and accordingly the distance varies, that is the distance and the occupancy of the spot of the circle. So circle 1 is having the distance say 8 mm, the circle 1 is occupied. For the circle 2 it is say 1.4 mm, 1 centimeter 4 millimeter, and for circle 3 completely occupied it is 2.4 centimeter distance. Okay. Similarly for circle 4 completely occupied it is 3.4 distance. So you can measure the diameter of this tool. So the inner circle is having 1 centimeter diameter, and then next one is having 1.4 centimeter diameter. Then third circle, if you consider, it is approximately 1.8 centimeter diameter. Okay. And fourth, if you consider, then it is approximately 2.5 centimeter diameter. So these are the readings to be taken W into calculation.